In an interview on I-24 News, network anchor Sharon Gal presented Netanyahu with a pendant to give to his wife. Sharon described the pendant. "It is my vision. It is one of the things I dreamed of, the map of the Promised Land." He then asked Netanyahu, "Do you agree with this vision?" Netanyahu's answer, "Very much so." "Really?" asked Gal. Netanyahu responded, "Absolutely." To remove any doubt as to what vision Netanyahu was affirming, Gal said, "It's the greater Israel." To which Netanyahu responded, "If you ask me, we are there." Foreign ministers of 31 Arab and Islamic countries issued a joint statement. These statements represent a grave disregard for and a blatant and dangerous violation of the rules of international law and the foundations of stable international relations. The Arab ministers were shocked, but they should not have been. The only thing new was that Netanyahu was now saying the quiet part out loud. Listen to Daniella Weiss, known as the godmother of the settler movement and the founder and director of Nechala, an extremist settler organization.
No, this is the promise of God to the patriarchs of the Jewish nation. It's 3,000 kilometers. It's almost as big as the Sahara Desert.
So this is the biblical Israel.
Yes.
Can I call it? Yeah. So and this is what's and so which countries are these?
And which country? Don't mention. I think it's Iraq.
Iraq.
And Syria.
So you believe?
And part of Saudi Arabia. This is a holy place. It's a place, one part of the universe that was chosen by God. It's a kind of a stage for the Jewish nation to express the ideas and ideals of the Jewish nation.
In March 2023, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich spoke in Paris behind a podium, showing a map of Israel that included the entire Kingdom of Jordan, provoking a formal diplomatic protest from Amman. David Ben-Gurion, a decade before statehood, made this strategy plain. In 1938, he told the Jewish Agency executive, "After we become a strong force, we will abolish the partition of the country and expand to the whole of Palestine." This is why, across decades of peace talks, Israel has never offered Palestinians a genuinely sovereign state. The closest Israel came was a proposal at Camp David, too, for an open-air prison camp divided into Bantustans controlled by Israel, with Palestinians acting as wardens. A structure designed to fail that would allow Israel to slowly strangle the isolated Palestinian cantons. And when the inevitable resistance occurred, they could annex them for security reasons. Meanwhile, as Israeli leaders talked about peace, Israeli governments of all stripes illegally settled 737,000 Israelis in the occupied West Bank, ensuring that peace would be an impossibility and advancing their territorial ambitions. Arab states spent decades offering normalization in exchange for Palestinian statehood. They had been under the illusion that, with the influence of the U.S., the Israelis could be brought to an agreement that would pave the way for sorely needed stability, economic cooperation, and development. They are now awakening to the fact that it is not just the Palestinians who are targets for Israeli expansion. Israel is a rogue state that respects no international law. No agreement or ceasefire they sign is worth the paper it is written on. As Ben-Gurion said, agreements like the partition are just temporary stepping stones to achieve their ultimate goal. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you would like to see more content like this.